Hello Leo, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Leo for the week of April 4th. Now Leo, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now Leo, I do not offer personal readings, so if you get a message from someone, that is not me, that's someone impersonating me. Please do keep that in mind. Please do not get scammed. I also do exclusive content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But with all that said, let's go ahead and see what we have going on here for you, Leo. Now, do hit the like button and subscribe. It really helps my channel grow in a big way. And if you do subscribe, you'll get daily, or weekly, monthly, and bonus content from me. So let me make sure everything is in view here. I think that looks just about good enough to me. Put this right here, and we are going to take 3 Kipper cards to clarify as we go along. All right. Cool. Leo, let's see what we have going on here. So kind of opening thoughts here. It's judgment time here. It's time to get very real with yourself about something in the future. Some of you here, it's almost like there's been a push for you to get out of wait and see mode. There's been a push for you to change an aspect of yourself, change a part of yourself. There may be a little bit of luck and fate involved in this sort of push to do something new. I'll talk about what I'm seeing there as we go along, but I actually don't mind the energy here. I think this is like a very, the energy on the board is like a very serious, very real energy, but it's like not bad, if that makes any sense. So taking a look here, right away in the middle, you have the moon. So the moon is a card that potentially, this couple things with the moon, this can represent maybe something is not as it appears in your life. It could be a person that's not as it appears. It could also, in your mind, okay, in your mind, something could not be as it appears. So like you may think that you are doing the wrong thing, but actually you're doing the right thing. Or vice versa, right? You may be thinking that you're doing enough, but really there's more that's involved. It really depends. But hopefully that makes sense. It depends on your situation. This could also say that you need to trust your gut here. Okay, you need to trust your intuition and know that your intuition will always lead you in the right direction. If you feel a certain way about something, most of the time, that's going to take you down the right path. And so that's kind of the energy here of this moon card. For you, I get the sense of this energy of you getting out of the dark about something. Okay, there's something here where you're coming out of the dark in a situation. In the past, you have the 4 of Cups and the 8 of Wands. So the 4 of Cups person here, sitting under the tree, bored, apathetic, not necessarily in a strong position right now. They have their arms folded, their arms crossed, and they're thinking about these 3 cups of the past. And in doing that, they're missing out on this alternative solution here that's seemingly coming out of thin air, right? I mean, the hand coming out of nowhere. That's actually the universe right here. But the reason why I feel like some of you are getting lucky, I said at the beginning of this reading that some of you might be getting lucky here, is because this represents sort of like your luck changing. But it will only change if you reach up and you grab this cup. And it's not just because of this situation, this symbolism here in the 4 of Cups. It's also because of the 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands represents something coming in quickly. I feel like in the past, you've quickly had something turn around for you. There's been like a sudden understanding that you can take an alternative approach to a problem. With the 8 of Wands, quickness, swiftness, type of energy, and you have that with this 4 of Cups. So I feel like for some of you, that situation's been sort of happening. The 8 of Wands, though, is also just by itself a quick moving event that brings about like some good news, or it's like the arrival of something that takes you quickly in a new direction. This can also represent messages coming in from a distance, so phone calls, text messages, letters, emails, anything like that can be certainly implied here with this 8 of Wands energy. It's a really, really nice energy of even breakthroughs or getting unstuck. It's a breakthrough card, so I definitely love to see that for you. I feel like there's been something here that's changed for you in your situation. And like I said, it may even feel like it's lucky, or it may have even felt like it came out of nowhere. In the future, you have the Judgment card and the Seven of Wands. If I can pick these cards up here. So at the beginning of this reading, I was saying there's a very real energy on the board, and these two cards are very real, okay? Judgment energy is the last card before you hit the completion of the major arcana. This asks you to get real with yourself. This card asks you to take a look at the actions you've taken, to take a look at the karma that you have. Your karma is really just the accrual, or your karma is really just the actions that you've taken up to this point. And the Judgment energy is asking you to take a look at that. Have you acted in the way that you want to act? Or have you done the things that you've wanted to do? And along with that, the Judgment card can bring in some sort of spiritual awakening into your life, because when you get into that period of self-evaluation, it can be a very serious type of thing. It can feel very challenging. It can feel very it can feel very spiritual when you do that. But along with that, you have this Seven of Wands energy here as well. And so the Seven of Wands is about somebody who's really drawing a line in the sand, sticking up for what they believe in, sticking up for what they know to be true for them. And this is also fending off the competition potentially. So if there is competition present around you, what I would ask you to take a look at is, I feel like for some of you here, it's sort of like, are you comfortable being successful? Is maybe what this is asking you to look at. Because the card that comes before the Seven of Wands is the Six of Wands, which is the card of success. And this Judgment energy is looking at evaluation. Are you comfortable with the competition? Are you comfortable knowing that part of what comes along with being a successful person is competition? I feel like for some of you here, this may be kind of on the table right now. Let's go ahead and move up the pyramid here and see what else we have. You have the Six of Pentacles. You have the Six of Swords. So we have 6 energy here. You have the Ace of Swords, another breakthrough card, pretty amazing, and the Seven of Pentacles. So I knew we were going to get that Ace of Swords. When I was talking about the Eight of Wands, it felt like the Ace of Swords energy was coming in. We might as well just talk about that. I mean, look, you're getting a breakthrough here in the past, but now in the future, you're getting the other one. The Ace of Swords is the clouds clearing in the background. You also take a look here. This hand symbolism is coming back in, right? You see that? And so this is like, this can be communication that comes out of nowhere as well. And I feel like this is, it's an interesting sort of energy here where I don't really see it often, but it's almost like something you're totally not expecting arriving for you. The Ace of Swords is some sort of success and victory that will lead to a new beginning in your life. And it's also kind of a divine intervention potentially is what I feel like is going on here. I think some of you are having divine intervention. And I feel like this type of divine intervention is leading to like a completely new Leo. Like it may even open up a path for you that you never could have imagined before. Especially as you have this Judgment card here, which again, spiritual awakenings, spiritual revelations, anything like that. You have this 6-6 energy here in the past, changes happening for you, good changes for sure. Not only does the Eight of Wands bring in news that may lead to a change, but the Six of Swords is somebody who's kind of moving past the defeat or the loss or the conflict of the Five of Swords, and they're ready to embrace something better for themselves and their family. As you can see the family in the boat. They may be embracing calmer shorelines. You can see that there's a little bit of choppy water to go, but this does represent a transition. It does represent a change as well. And you have the Six of Pentacles, which is inflow, outflow. It's the idea that the act of giving is just as important as receiving, and it's financial karma, right? It's one of the karma cards here with the scales showing up on the card. You have the other, or you have one of the major karma cards as well with the Judgment energy. So there is karma for you, I think, returning to you. I think some of you have made the right choices. Some of you have come to the realization that it's time for you to make some changes. With the Four of Cups in the past, you've successfully done that, and now you've put yourself in a good position, especially because you have the Seven of Pentacles here. It's possible that in the past you've made investments that are paying off now or that will pay off in the future. The Seven of Pentacles can represent long-term investments paying off. Let's see what else we have here. Let's take a look at these Kipper cards. Wow, Taurus. Or I'm sorry, called you Taurus. Leo, my apologies, Leo. So you have this distant horizons, mature woman, and wealthy man. So it does not matter what gender you are. The wealthy man card is somebody who's at the end of a successful trading day. This is about investments paying off, okay? This is about you being a shrewd investor, somebody who's maybe even good at picking wise investments. The Distant Horizons card represents good times ahead. It says that there are rewards available to you in the future, in the distant horizon. This is a really nice card of good energy. Mature women, some of you may be becoming more matured. Again, you can take on any aspect of the card, of any of these cards. Some of you may be coming to a more mature understanding of how to maybe invest your resources, invest your finances, invest your money, something like that. Some of you may be coming to that understanding here. Let's go ahead and move up the pyramid, see what else we have to expand on that. The King of Wands, you have the Nine of Cups. You have the Three of Cups here, the Three of Pentacles here as well. Some reason this week I've been mixing up the cups and the pentacles in my mind. I don't know why. Money and emotions are absolutely tied together, but at any rate, this King of Wands card has been coming in for the collective in this week. It's been coming in for a few weeks now. And what I really like is I think some of you are going to realize that if you're in a job that you do not like, you're moving. Okay, you're moving. And I also think for some of you here, the reason being is the King of Wands will never stay in a dead-end job. King of Wands is somebody who is an inspiring leader. They're somebody who can really get any type of job they want based on their talent, their passion, and their ability. And they'll never stay in something they don't like. It could also be somebody who's a major entrepreneur in the tarot. It's also a major entrepreneurship energy when you get the King of Wands. But what's also interesting here is you have this Three of Cups, or this Three of Pentacles as well. So the Three of Pentacles, I mean, look, this person here, they're showing off their work. Presumably their colleagues are critiquing their work, and constructive criticism, right? Critique's an important part of life, but the Three of Pentacles does represent your colleagues and maybe your teammates or your teamwork or your team environment. You have that with the Seven of Wands. This could be a workplace competition going on. There may be somebody who's not handling your success in a positive way. And the thing is, you are getting the rewards though, because the Three of Pentacles represents reward and recognition for some sort of good work that you've been doing, especially as you have this King of Wands, somebody who's talented. The Nine of Cups is the fulfillment of a wish fulfillment coming in for you. Nine of Cups says that it's like a happiness pill. It's like, feeling truly happy about a situation, truly content about a situation that you find yourself in, and it can bring the fulfillment of a wish into your life. So it's a very nice energy. Let's see what else we have here. You have the Strength card and the Six of Cups. Six of Cups. So the Strength card is about overcoming some type of internal obstacle. Okay, it's about willpower, having the strength and the fortitude to make something happen, to stick with something, to go for something. And this is about courage as well. And so what I love here is for some of you, you're going to say, you know what, if you don't feel happy about the people you work with, if you don't feel fulfilled about the place that you find yourself working, there may be a change coming in these areas here with the Six of Swords. What could be coming in is there could be something being brought forward to you with the Eight of Wands and this alternative. Remember, there could be a lucky situation that has happened or that will happen. And there is a real evaluation here. There is a real breakthrough here as well. The Six of Cups, this could be around something you've always wanted to do. that comes forward. And, you know, it may represent you having the courage to do something you've always wanted to do. Let's see what else we have at the top of the pyramid. Yeah, take a look at this. At the top of the pyramid, we have the Six of Wands. That's major victory. That's the second victory in the suit of Wands. And that even comes with public recognition. It comes with forward when you're exceeding expectations. I would say, you know, dust off that resume, put in that application if that's something you've been doing, or start that business if you've really been wanting to, because there's a huge amount of success available. And here's the first win in the suit of Wands. Three of Wands, Six of Wands. Growth and expansion, taking something to the next level, realizing that, yeah, there may be a little bit more to achieve, but the entire world is in front of you. So, amazing reading. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. I'll see you in the next reading.